It was
Y'all want to listen to some of this Kings of Comedy before I get into this video?
Oh no. Thought I fixed myself
a sandwich.
Hot peanut butter, but no jam. No jam. Help me now. Peanut butter, no jam. No jam.
Ain't nothing like the Kings of Comedy.
Hold on.
Hold up. Let me use my phone. Hold up. Let me see if I can sit
going crazy out there, man. You know, and it was like large groups of white folk getting killed at one time. Be 9 of them.
It's what I do.
You shot at work all together. You know, when there's somebody going on a rampage, you don't never really hear you don't never hear that in no news, do you? No 10, 11 black people getting killed all together. So we run.
This video is going to be about CRST versus Prime Inc.'s trucking school. Now, I can pretty much go off the top of my head about Prime Trucking School because I pretty much went there and I did a video giving them 5 stars, and I still give them 5 stars because I had a ball in that school. I really feel like, in my opinion, that maybe Snyder can compare, but I mean, I don't know. I've been doing my research before I went to Prime, and like I said, I don't know, but I really feel like that too many people can't compare to the training. Now, maybe the training after you get out of the first phase, maybe, yeah, but the training when you first get there, to me, is, it's just wonderful to me. But as far as the CRST, by me not going there, I'm about to give pretty much the statistics from the data that I'm going to research, so that way I won't be saying something that's incorrect and y'all be like, she don't know what the hell she talking about. Maybe I don't, but I'm going to give statistics from the CRST side, and I'm going to give my experience from the Prime side. So let's look it up. Let's see. CRST Trucking School Review. Alright, so I'm going to start with CRST. So obviously I want to get the hard part out the way. Hard part is because I just don't know. I've never been here before. So I'm going to get the hard part out the way. And I was just reading this. So let me see if I can pull this up. I'm going to just read some of the reviews that some people have said. So let me read this one. My trainer. Okay. 28 days with my trainer, and now starting into 2 months with my co-driver. It has been a solid and sometimes scary adventure. We have made it through our mistakes, which have included twice making wrong turns and coming up on low marked overpasses. We have had 2 retread trailer tires go out that looked perfectly fine on pre-trips and had good pressure. One I caught in my mirrors before it blew, with chinks of rubber coming off. The other just shed the retread and exploded while my co-driver was driving and damaged the tires next to it. It also wrapped around the mud flat bar and bent that. We were lucky both times, got to help safely and back on the road. Alright, wait a minute, let me set y'all up. Setup is always the hard part. And this person wrote a whole poem or paragraphs with the S on it. I see lots of questions from people looking to start with CRST and lots of bashing of the company on some of the other trucking forums. CRST is a big company and they use drivers at low pay for paying for their school. That's not that bad a thing when you look at what we are getting: a $4,500 free education and a Class A CDL. They are an expediting trucking company, and to do well here, you have to have good work ethic and show them you want to run and be on time. Being late will get you sitting in truck stops waiting for loads and very little pay. A large part of their freight are air freight loads, and that are time sensitive. Being late will hurt you. Being on time all the time often means you have loads coming in before you even deliver the next one. And because the pay rate for contract drivers is 22 cents a mile for the first 3 months, that is the only way to make a living here. Dang, 22 cents. That alone, that's what I'm saying. Prime pays high. For them to have new students, they pay the most, I believe, for new students. Team driving is tough. You live with a co-driver 24/7 in a space the size of a walk-in closet. My co-driver and I went through school together and roomed together and thought we would be all right. But at the end of our first 2 weeks, we were on the verge of splitting. We ended up working it out and now are doing well. But he asked to be off the truck and I was ready at that time to let it happen. He came out of training as a bit of a super trucker and I came out a bit too overcautious. I resent his know-it-all attitude and he thought I was going to be too slow. After the initial fireworks, we sat on it for a day and talked, then worked it out. The bottom line is we are glad we did because through that conflict, we found we both have strengths and weaknesses in what we got through school and training. When we can communicate and put our heads together, we found the two heads are better than one. Now I realize that without him, I might have made some serious mistakes that not only could have cost me my job, but could have hurt someone. And he is the same way. You just have to get through those egos and find that common ground. I think we are lucky and blessed to have done that. We are also fortunate to have a really good fleet manager who took us seriously when we said we wanted to run hard and does a pretty good job of us keeping moving. Last time we were at our terminal, we took him to lunch to show him we appreciated him keeping us busy. CRST is portrayed in some forms as being the evil empire. I don't know if I'm better to read this whole thing, y'all, because this person reviews going on and on, but it's good info though. That is bull markety, and I can tell you those people doing that are the ones who could not cut it. When it came down to being on time, being available for loads, and being aware of the laws and safety issues that governs trucking. CRST does have an awful CSA safety rating, that is true. This is due to a couple of things, mainly speeding tickets. Most are caught either on downhill areas or going into reduced speed zone and not wearing the seat belts. In the year before I came to drive here, they became very serious about bringing that score down. They redid their entire safety department from the bottom up. They hired a couple of ex-DOT officers whose job is to travel around the truck stops, find CRST trucks, and do mock DOT inspections on the tractors and trailers to find violations before the real DOT finds them. The drivers are not penalized, just shown what to look for. Pre-trip is what they want and is what they expect. Right now they are doing a huge repair and inspection on their trailer. We were in Laredo, Texas the other day at our drop yard there, and they had a repair service in there working and checking all trailers that came into the yard. They have told us that they are instituting a plan where we have a trailer that has a problem and dropped it without reporting it. They are going to go back and look to see who dropped that trailer without reporting the problem and penalize those drivers. That is where things stand. That's for all companies too. Because Prime, like when you call in and talk to your fleet manager, before you talk to your fleet manager, it's like a bunch of messages before you get anybody. And that was one of the messages, like because he was telling a story about a trailer that didn't have no brakes. And the person that had the trailer, reported it as nothing was wrong with the trailer. So the next driver that got it, he found it and he actually reported it and did the right thing and got it in to get inspected, because you can't play around with brakes or anything that's wrong with the trailer. So they actually got on to the other driver that didn't report it. I guess he was just being lazy. You got to take this stuff serious, because the last video I just made, lives can be lost and you have to take this serious. Driving these big 53-footers is no joke. This is not a game, guys. This is real life things. So bottom line is they are not evil empire. They are just a huge company that is always going through changes to adapt. The people who come in thinking they will be the center of the universe will be disappointed, but that will happen anywhere. I'm getting my school paid for. That's good for me. So that was pretty decent review, but that's not the one that I was just looking at that I wanted to read. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. I think it was this one. Let me see. Nope. Let me see, because it was the one I was looking at where it went in more detail and it had some good information that I wanted to read off. I don't know where that one is. Hold up, give me a second, guys. I'm trying to Let me see if I can look it up a different way. Because I had looked it up on my tablet. I'm pretty much using my tablet to film while I'm trying to use my phone to look up the information so that I can be correct when I'm speaking about it. So I don't think I'm going to see that one. I don't know which one that I had for. Let me look it up a different way. I'm going to do one more thing and then see how that works. Alright, let's see. Let's see if it'll come up this way. Alright, let's see. Let's see if this come up. Nope, that did. Dang, man, where is it at? Hold up. Man, I don't think I'm gonna find that page that I was looking for. So I'm probably gonna have to move on to Prime. Let me see. Scroll. Let me see. All right, this might pull it up. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna just read this. Our industry-leading training program is designed to get you on the road with CDL Class A license in as few as 3 weeks. As a student in our band expedited trucking division, you'll be primed for success at CRST. We'll give you more miles, better pay, and support you need during this critical period. Fact is, trucking is an evolving industry with plenty of regulations. We recognize this, and our training aims to get you on the road safely and legally and reliable with a clean license. CDL training. Every year we sponsor hundreds of students at certified trucking schools across the country. Classes are held weekly and usually last just about 3 weeks. Approval is based on your driving, work, and criminal history, not your credit history. With our company-sponsored Class A CDL program, CRST covers the CDL fees. Plus, we offer 2 free meals per day. Prime offer 3, and they feed the hell out you. So that's one thing right there. You know, I love to eat. You got options at CRST. We give you affordable choices. Option 1, 100% sponsored training at an accredited school with one of our shortest employment commitments in the industry. Option 2, $6,500 initial price gets you top quality training, higher wages, and a competitive sign-on bonus. Okay. 99% no touch freight, 80% drop and hook freight. Guaranteed home time, 1 day off for every week out. The longest average trucking miles. Let me see. This is company stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna give the number because I'm not trying to advertise for them. But let me see what these mother suckers make here. Let me see here. I'm trying to see this stuff too. I mean, I ain't going nowhere because I'm happy where I'm at. USA is my home and my family. But this is just a response because somebody asked about it. I don't know much. I just do my research. So, man, I'm mad I can't find the I'm mad that I can't find the stuff that I was just reading because I had some good stuff about what to bring and all of that. So, we offer a sign-on bonus for every type of trucker. Recent grad is 1,000, experienced driver is 1,500, lease purchase 1,500, lease purchase teams only 2,000, military 500. Man, well, hold up, y'all. I'm gonna try it one more time because that one thing I found, man, that was pretty good information. So I'm gonna look. Give me about a couple seconds. If I can't find it, I'm gonna move on and talk about Prime. Let me see. When you need something, you can't find it. Oh, I just slapped this phone. So, let me see. Here. Let's see. Rapid. Okay, I don't think it's gonna come up for me, guys. What kind of... Nope, it's not coming up. Alright, fuck it. Let's move on to Prime. Now, I'm not advertising for Prime either. I'm just telling my experience. Like from all the research that I've been doing before I went to Prime, you know, alright, let me tell y'all how I got into it. Like, I've been wanting to do trucking since I was like 22, 23. Me and my sister was going team together back then when we was in our 20s. And we was actually set up to go to Snyder, because Snyder always sent like little mail postcards out to your home. We was like, oh shoot, this look nice. Shoot, we can make money, you know, take care of our kids, this and that. But when time came to go, she backed out on me. And back then I was young to the point to like, man, if I go out here, I don't want to go out here by myself. So I just said, bump it. You know, I'm going to stay. At the time, I was a mechanic. So I said, forget it. You know, I'm making pretty good money being a mechanic, even though I wanted to really do trucking over mechanic. But, you know, I already got my mechanic skills. So I just stayed at my mechanic job, working at the shop. So let's fast forward it. Let's see how many years it's been. 5. Let me see. 5, 8, 9. Let's fast forward 10 years later. 10 years later, all those 10 years, trucking was still on my mind. But now my kids are starting to get older. So I said, okay, now let me try to get my foot back into the trucking thing again. And somehow, I don't know how I found this school called MTC. But that MTC is a smaller school. I think, you know, when you start typing in the Google search of certain things, like certain people start emailing you and start contacting you. So this school called MTC had contacted me, and I set it up, paid the transportation fees, and actually went to MTC. And you know what? I don't like being negative or bashing, but I'm just telling the truth. I felt like, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that this is true, but I felt like that school was racist, because a lot of the times when I was in that school, I was only there for a couple days, and I'm glad I had rented a car, because what happened at the end, that car helped me to get my tail home. So what happened was, a lot of the people would be favoritism about, and it seemed like it was more dealing with the color part, because a lot of the people, you know, that was a, you know, white descendant would get picked to go test out quicker than the people that was you know, black descendant. So I was like, that's not fair. You know, we both, you know, even know about the same knowledge as far as progress and learning and stuff, but it's like they was kind of pushing out people of the white descendant quicker than the people of black descendant. And then when trainers came, you know, to pick up a student, you know, most people of the white color was getting you know, pushed out of there. And then when it came down to it, I had asked, I forgot what her job was, but I had asked somebody that worked there. I guess she handled the students, whether she put them out or not. And I was just asking about home time, because obviously I have children. So I was like, man, I'm just curious, because I really don't know much. I want to know about, like, how often will I be home? And she's like, well, you should have thought about that before you came here. You know, you shouldn't have came in knowing you got younger kids. Bitch, don't tell me what I should have thought about. I'm here for a reason to support my kids. Don't you sit here and try to make me feel bad. And I ain't say that to her, but that's what I was thinking. But I still kept asking, like, you know, I want to know about the home time. So she was like, you know what? I'm pulling your application. What? Because I asked you about home time? I said, all right, cool. So I ain't even waste no time when she started getting smart, talking about she pulling my application just because I was asking legitimate questions. I just went back to the hotel, got my rental car, packed my bags, and jetted. And they was trying to get me to pay the school, but I said, no, y'all not gonna get me. Y'all put me out. So at the time I had Legal Shield, and I actually got Legal Shield to fight it, and they actually got me off the hook from paying. They was trying to get me for, I think, $8,000. I said, hell no. So all right, so that was a bad taste in my mouth, and I kind of put trucking off for maybe another year or two. And at that time, you know, I found a good job working still in logistics. At this time I was a dispatcher at BMW. And shout out to the gate. You know, I see y'all be watching my videos, so shout out to the gate at BMW in Greenville, South Carolina. Shout out to y'all. But I was even talking to them like, yeah, man, I want to really do this trucking thing. I'ma do it, watch. And they was like, shoot, you can do it. Like, they was cool at the gate. They always had positive energy for me at the gate. So my husband supported me. My ex-husband supported me too. So I was watching not music video, but YouTube videos. And every time I would type in stuff about trucking, the main ones that would come up would be LaShawn, Trucker Brown. It would be other little ones, but the main ones at the top search list would be LaShawn and Trucker Brown. And it'd be a few others that would come up. But I clicked on LaShawn's, and his was more inspirational. And I said this in a previous video too. He made Prime look like a steak dinner. And I was like, oh shoot, you know, man, shoot, this looked like a nice place. And pretty much everything he said about the training was true. So, you know, I pretty much used to watch most of his videos, and I called Prime, got all the information I need. They setting me up. But I didn't get to go to Prime right away because the day of the first time I was supposed to go, I had got into a fight with my ex-husband, and we was fucking going at it, dog. I mean, bang, 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 bang. And you'd be surprised at how, like, you know, back in the day, most of the time you get in a fight with your wife or whatever, no matter if the, like say the man had a bruise, he'll end up going to jail over the woman. Shoot, not in North Carolina. Shit, in North Carolina, there's a couple times they take my black ass to jail. I'm like, oh man. So, you know, that went down to where I had to fight them charges for a couple months. But my and that was the day of that I was supposed to go and get on the bus and go to train. I get in a fight with his ass and get fucking charged. Now I gotta wait almost 2 months until the charges got dismissed to, you know, go again. So I got delayed. So I call, you know, I stay on top of everything to let my recruiter know, and she worked with me, and I'm really, you know, happy for that, because she could have easily threw my application to the side and just said, forget it, you know, you got in trouble, that's on you, we don't want you. But no, she said, you know, when you get those charges dismissed, just call me back and I'll keep your application on file, and I'll just hold it until, you know, you get all that dealt with. So I got all that dealt with, submitted the proper paperwork of dismissal. She got me in, and this is where I'm at today. And the reason why I give Prime 5 thumbs up, first of all, like I said, they feed you free of charge, 3 good meals a day. Hotel rooms are nice. You know, let me see. It's professional. Like, you would think because it's co-ed that most people that go to Prime be trying to, you know, screw each other or have sex in it. Everybody ain't worrying about that shit. Every now and then you get some freaky deakies in there. But for the most part, everybody's so nervous about taking them dang tests because you only got a week to pass your test. And if you don't pass, your ass is out of there. So most people just trying to focus on passing. And most people ain't trying to worry about all that extra stuff. Half of everybody got families, a wife, a girl, a man, kid. Ain't nobody worrying about that. We trying to get this paper. So, like I said, 3 free meals a day. The dang terminal is sweet, dog. Like, they got basketball court, mail room, pool, movie theater, wash your dog. I mean, everything you need to live is like a small city in that terminal. And then, like I said, I've been doing the research, and Prime pays the highest for people, for brand new student. Like, you come off the streets with no CDL, no nothing, and you go from that to make, like, in training and TNT phase, you making $700 a week before taxes until you get off your trainer's truck. And then once you get off your trainer's truck, if you get like a small truck, you get I believe, what is it? I think it's 41 cents a mile. And if you get the condo, no, not the condo, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. If you get the condo truck, it's 41 cents a mile. And if you get the small, you know, the smaller truck, you get 42 or 43 cents a mile. And it's different per division you're in. That's for reefer. And then you got flatbedders, and then you got tankers. I believe tankers get a little bit more. I forgot, I did a video on it, so you probably would have to find it. And I believe it's called my first year in working for Prime, and I explained all of that. So first of all, they pay the most out of most of these companies. They feed you, and I mean, they set you up for success, man. I mean, the training, I feel like a lot of stuff that I do on this truck now is from the training that I got from Prime. I mean, it's kind of like some of that culture is still in me. And like I said, to be honest with you, and I'm not down on who I'm with now because I love USA. They keep me home. Like, you know, I got more freedom. Like, I'm actually truly learning how to be a true owner op is how I feel here at USA. But I'm just being honest. If Prime would have had a low board to where I didn't have to deal with dispatches every day, because that's one downfall about Prime I don't like is the dispatches. Them dispatches could suck dick if I had one. Excuse my language, because they get on your goddamn nerves. I'm just being honest. So if they had a low board to where they can cut out the goddamn dispatches, I probably wouldn't have left Prime. I probably would still be there. But the fact that they did, you know, your money and your career lies in the dispatcher hands, I'm not cool with that. I want to have more control over my money. But I'm so grateful to have found out about USA, because now that I'm here with USA, you know, like I said, I got more freedom. First of all, I got more home time. Most of their loads is close to home, so I could be home a lot. Because, I mean, I be so close to home, I can even have somebody come pick me up, run through home. I mean, I'm always able to be home with my family. And family, to me, is more important than the dollar. So, I mean, you need a dollar to take care of them and raise them. But at the end of the day, you got to really think. So, in my opinion, I would have to, even if I could do it all over again, you know, reading about CRST, I'm sure they still a good company. But I believe I would still pick Prime over CRST because of what I said. Like, first of all, the people there are nice. You get paid more than most of the companies, and like they got brand new trucks. The equipment is not raggedy. I don't know what kind of trucks CRST got.
Traffic is now flowing smoothly on your route.
And oh yeah, and they, you know, I read the thing, and they were saying that CRST ratings, safety ratings are low. Not Prime. Prime got a really high rating. So when you going past scale houses, they not messing with Prime, because Prime doing their damn thing. Whoever Rob Lowe, dude, you making money. I want to be like you when I grow up, for real. So this video, I did not know that it went this long. I'm so sorry. If you made it to this far, thank you so much. So that's just my opinion on CRST versus Prime for trucking school. So, all right, guys, I hope that helped. I did the best I could to try to explain it. If not, leave a comment below. Should I make a part 2 or not? But let me know. Let me get off here because I've been on here too freaking long. So, all right, y'all. Dude. Oh, one guy. You know what? One guy said, he said, hey, can you do a video on role play for couples? And I thought about it. I said, oh, that'd be fun. And, you know, I'm going to keep it clean. I'm not trying to be freaky deaky, but shit, we grown. And part of being grown is sexuality. Why I got to be a hoe or a freak because I'm open about my sexuality? That don't make me no fucking hoe and no goddamn freak just because I'm comfortable to talk about my sexuality. When a man talk about his sexuality, y'all don't be calling him no hoe or freak. So why I got to be that because I'm talking about sex? I mean, shit, I barely even get none. I thought a hoe or a freak was somebody that fuck any and everybody all the time. I don't even get no play. To be honest with you, I don't want no play. I'm kind of happy being celibate. I feel so clean and so clear-minded when I'm not indulging in the sexual nature. Like I said, I got my toys for that, and I'm good.
Say a command.
Shut up, GPS. But all right, y'all. I hope they hurry up and get my dang load because they are so messing with my time. All right, y'all. Deuces.